Okay, so I don't have a ton of time to go into this right now, but hopefully you can hear me. It is raining quite a bit today. It's been raining all morning. We have remnants of Hurricane Zeta, and I'm checking on our newly created dry creek. Today it will definitely be a wet creek. You can see some standing water over here in this garden. I can't really point because I'm holding an umbrella, but over behind the blueberry bush next to that pot, you can see some standing water. And over here next to these little stones, you can see the water level is very high. As I come around the corner, the water level is still high. Now this is a little bit intentional because I have this graded and sloped away from the house. That's something that we really worked hard on, and we're going to even do more of that. I do need to add some soil though, because I don't want the water to have space on the edge like that. So I want the soil to be right tip top with this, so that way hopefully that will push the water across the sidewalk and into the yard. Now there's standing water in the yard as well. You can see that. That's to be expected. I'd rather the yard have standing water where the grass is than my garden where my expensive plants are. I don't really care about grass, honestly. But making my way over here, you can see from far away that the water is rushing across the sidewalk exactly as intended, so that is super exciting. The water is getting away from the house for the most part. And it was earlier this morning, I came out and this little section right here wasn't built up enough, and you can see some of it is still coming around the corner. But most of it is now flowing directly across the sidewalk, which is exactly what I want. So that way I can grow pretty things. Now here's the dry creek. And the tube where the water exits is about halfway up this creek. Let's see if you can see it. Kind of hard to show, but let's see, right there, that's where the water exits the tube that comes off of the drain off of the side of the house. I'll show you that in a second. And so the whole thing is not filled with water, although there is a good amount of water throughout, so that's exciting. It is working as intended. Let me show you the side view. So you can see, you might not be able to see that well, but there is standing water here in this little ditch that we created. So that is very good. And the water comes out right about there somewhere. I'll have to uncover it so I can see. Actually, it might be closer to there. And as you can see, as it goes down the hill, down the hill, down the hill, there is much, much, much more water standing and then pooling across the sidewalk. And you can see that flowing. Now, over here, there's still an issue that we have to work out. So we have this lovely grass hiding our gutter. That's pampas grass. And our house is only like 1,200 square feet. You can see this gutter is pretty small, but it is going to take a lot of the load off of that big portion of roof as it slides down that roof and then off of this angle down this way. So, with that being said, we had to work on a solution for over here. Now, this is a problem that we still have to fix, but this looks a lot better. The last time when I came out here, the water was up to this, and now it is much lower. You can see it's still getting into the bottom of the house probably, and we may have to put a catch basin or something like that under the ground in order to actually catch all of the water appropriately. We did leave the tube that is supposedly taking the water, right there is the tube that goes under the ground and takes the water all the way around, all along this edge right here, all along the edge, all along, and it keeps going all the way down to here. And where this rock is, right here, it's supposed to go under the yard, under the pathway and into the yard somewhere. And I don't know if it just ends right here and comes out right there, or if it goes out further. We did not dig that side up of the yard, so we're not sure. But we do know it goes under the sidewalk. But clearly, it didn't appear to be filled with dirt or anything like that. It appeared to be wide open, and it's not perforated, so there's no holes in it to catch water or to catch dirt, excuse me. So I think it's pretty clear. I think the water has a clear pathway. It's just either when it goes into the yard or something, it doesn't have enough place to go. This is the end of a cul-de-sac. A lot of ends of cul-de-sacs have issues with water. I mean, when you've got a puddle like that, it doesn't matter where the water is exiting your house. You already got tons of standing water, so there's not much you can do to prevent that without a catch basin. What we are thinking about doing, though, is extending the tubing from there, possibly all the way down and out to the street, so that way it'll just go out to the street and completely off of our property. And I do think that ultimately would be the best way to handle this situation, but it's not something that we could do quickly. So overall, I'm pretty happy with the results of how this is, and hopefully this will help it dry out much more quickly. But I'm just going to stand here for a moment and let you enjoy the sound of the rain hitting the umbrella and watch the dry creek.